Is anybody else having trouble with their muffin top today? Because I think I may be. Heyo, Belle here, and today we are gonna do some makeup stuffs. I have been getting a lot of requests from family and friends, apparently, who do not know how to put on eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick eyeshadow look and see if we can help some people out with that. I'm also gonna kind of do a little bit of a face, but not too much of a face, if that makes sense. If you like this video, if you would like to subscribe, please subscribe to the channel. So yeah, and yeah, I guess that's it. Let's get started. I'm gonna try to get out of here without hurting myself. Okay, so yeah, hopefully this video doesn't get demonetized. Oh geez, because I have like, oh, what am I talking about? I'm not monetized yet. Huh. And I just realized that my tripod's on all of my makeup palettes. I guess this will be okay. It's not too bad. It's a little bit of a strange angle, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my primer, put it on real quick. I'm using the Baby Skin by Maybelline Instant Pore Eraser. I really like this stuff, and I only need like that much, and that's super cute. Oh my gosh, there's a hair. There's a hair on it. There's a hair. Can you see it? You can totally see it. Pink, 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 pink. Rub that all over. And our face is primed. I'm gonna put some now my hands are all slippery. Dang it. I'm gonna put some lip shit on my lips to get them ready for liquid lip later. Should always put some kind of something on your lips, but because if not, you're gonna have a whole lot more trouble. After priming, I'm gonna grab my Shape Tape, Tarte Shape Tape, super cool, and I have in the color Fair Neutral. And I'm just gonna dot some around. So this is where I like to put it, but this is just my personal preference. I'm a little weird, so this is basically what I do. And then I'll hit a little bit right here. And I just realized I don't have a wet beauty blender. This is gonna be fun. Let me go ahead and go wet this guy, and I'll be right back. And hope I don't fall off my face. There you go. Okay, sorry about that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bounce this guy around. And mostly I just use concealer as a brightening thing because I don't really care about having like discoloration. I really don't. And that's why I don't wear foundation, because I don't care about my skin being discolored in any places. I don't need to have a perfect canvas. I just need my bone structure to show, and that's all that matters to me. But I don't really think that this is looking very good because, you know, I think I'm going around the wrong track here. But I guess we'll find out. And I feel like the side dried down. Okay, we look sufficiently ghostly now. Ghostly and awkward. But I'm just gonna go with this. Don't do what I do, okay, with this concealer situation. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and powder this, and I just do a little bit of powder. I don't need too much. Just a teensy little bit to get everything set. Can you see this? Can you see all the, oh jeez. Do that there. Okay, and I accidentally stopped the camera, but now I got it back on, so we're just gonna keep on going. And I am gonna go back in and warm my face back up, so don't get scared. So like I said, don't do your face like me, okay? This is just me being a weird guy, and this is just what I like. I'm gonna go ahead and dig into the Lunar Beauty palette because it's a pretty big range palette. I'm gonna get my Veramona color switch. I super recommend getting one of these guys because if you don't have a lot of brushes to use, this helps a lot. What you do is you just rub your brush around in it and it cleans it off, so that between applications you can do the nice blending motions, and it doesn't make it so that you can't blend anything properly because you're just muddying everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the shade. I think I'm gonna go for, I guess I'll go for, I don't know what I want to do. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the color Hunty right now. I'm gonna grab that on a packing brush, which is this end of the brush. As you can see, it's a little flat. You get your little Hunty and Sickening there because I accidentally dipped into Sickening, but there it is. That's pretty much all the product you want. You don't want too much because if you have too much, it's gonna mess you up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dot this around in the crease area, which my crease area is around right here. Alright, I have to do my makeup with my eyes open because my eyes are hooded slightly, not too much, but they are hooded. So you can see that when I open my eye, you can see all this color up here, but when I close it, you can't really see anything, right? Which is really stupid and annoying, but you gotta figure out how to work things out for yourself. And the way that I like to do it is by finding where my bone is, right? My bone is right here, so I like to just add the color right where the bone is and blend it out. And this is what you call a transition shade. It makes it so that it's easier for other shades to blend. So then you turn it around, you use your fluffy side to do little circles. Little circles make it blend out real nice. Okay, and so there's your first shade down. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side and then I'll be back. And so, you know, I also do go into this area here because I like that area to be darkened. That's just my own preference. Try to keep the pigment off of your actual eyelid at this point so that it stays nice and bright here, but up here it's dark. The aesthetic you're trying to go for is basically a sunken in eye and a nice bright lid, right? So then you just boop, boop, boop. And then if you want to, you can bring it into the under eye area already so that you already started to kind of contour that out too. And that is like the simplest thing that you can do for yourself, is just that. That itself is a very pretty thing to do. You know, you could just throw on mascara and liner and you'd be good. Like, it looks very elegant compared to just nothing. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my next shade. So I'm gonna shake off all of the excess stuff from this brush. So my shirt has all this on there, and I'm gonna try to recreate something from there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Kai Kai, or it's KK, yeah, it's Kai Kai, Kai Kai, this pink one right here. Okay, I'm gonna take that on my flat brush here, just dab it in there, just dab, right? And then knock off the excess. And I know I'm saying excess, I mean excess, right? So then I'm gonna go just around my eye where I can feel my bone structure, right? And I'm still not touching my actual eyelid because I'm trying to keep that nice and bright for now, right? And it looks nice and blended. It's not hard to do, guys. It's really easy. So there you go. You blend those two colors together with a windshield wiper motion. And there you go. Not too hard, right? And do the other side. But make sure you always tap off the excess, guys, because it's gonna make a huge difference. You don't want too much pigment at one point. Okay, and we're basically even on both sides there, so that's pretty good. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my Veramona, take the color off. Take the color off, and you always want to have like no color on your brush when you're blending, because if you have color on it, it's just gonna get muddy. If you have a clean brush that you can just keep on switching out, that's probably the best bet. So then I'm gonna go into, what's another color on my shirt? I'm gonna go into this purple, because the purple's in there too, and I'm gonna make it even deeper in the crease, because you're constantly just trying to get this deeper and deeper. So I'm gonna put this right here. And you kind of just gotta go lower and lower as you go. Right, I'm putting this on pretty heavy right now, but once I blend it out, it'll look fine. I think I got some eyeshadow on my eye. Anyways, so I'm gonna blend this out. And this one I'm gonna do circles. And I'm also gonna stick a little bit in here because I like this to be really deep right here. That's just my personal preference. You don't have to do this part, but it kind of just helps with my nose, like, contour. I really like that to be deep and dark, and the way that you make things deep and dark is by adding darker colors to them. So I don't know if you can see how different it looks, but this here, I know it looks a little awkward and sketchy right now, right? But you can see how dark this looks and how deep it looks compared to this, right? And it makes a difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on doing that. I'm gonna go to the next side. Okay, look at yourself in the mirror, make sure that they're even, nice and blended out, smoky looking, and not too harsh. You don't really want harsh lines with your eyeshadow unless you do, because it can be a style and it can be a look, but not for today. So now I'm gonna go change my brush out again. I'm gonna grab some of this Kiki right here. My brother has a cat named Kiki. That's kind of funny. Kiki. That's gonna go on the actual lid here, and don't worry about it being like a weird color or being in a strange position right now, because it's gonna be a little different. So once you get to the color pigmentation that you are cool with, and you can already see that it's nice and like blended, it doesn't really need too much there, so windshield wiper it out. And then, oh, that's the wrong guy. Do the other side. And then I'm gonna pack a little bit of fishy, if you can see it, fishy, in the corners right here and right here. My flat brush for a little bit of added depth. So you can already see kind of how much bigger this eye looks compared to this eye, which is a little bit strange, but it's fun, you know. All right, and then you're gonna blend it out. Okay, so that's pretty much the colors that I'm going to use at that point. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab Beat, which is this really cool copper shade. It's so blinding, oh my god, it's nuts. And I'm gonna put that right in the middle of my eyelid with my finger. So it's almost like a glitter look without having to have glitter. And then whatever's left over, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that right up here and a little back here, right up here and a little back here. Because your whole bone is right here. So I would say put some on both sides. That's just me. And there's that. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put my brows on, but you don't need to be here for that because it's really simple and stupid, so don't watch while I do this. And what I use for this is the ABH Drip Brow in shade medium brown. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a bronzer, matte bronzer, real quick. And then I'm gonna go to the Androgyny palette real quick by Jeffree Star. I'm gonna grab a couple of contour shades really quick. Safe Word and Dominatrix. Knock off the excess and just... Okay, and then I'm gonna grab a blush shade, which I'm gonna use Androgyny for because Androgyny turns out to be like a really cool blush shade. It goes right over the contour. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on a winged liner. The liner that I'm using is the Kat Von D tattoo liner right here. It's an old one. It's already lost all of its like writing on it. Kind of silly, but it's true. Okay, and there's your winged liner. Do not worry about little silly things like little blotchy tiny things. No one's gonna notice them anyway. You're too far away from them. Like if you're this far away from somebody, you really think that they can see like little tiny imperfections in your liner? They can't, okay? And even if they do, they're looking too close and it's not on you, okay? That's just an insecurity that they might have. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara before I forget, like I always seem to every time I do a YouTube video tutorial. Mascara. And y'all are gonna freak because I just realized I forgot a couple of other things this time, so I'm gonna go ahead and do them now. Okay, so people doing their lower lash line is actually a big thing now. It didn't used to be at all, but now it is, so we need to do that. So what I'm gonna use is this little baby fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go dip into the shade Hunty on both eyes and bring it down pretty far. At least I bring it down pretty far because my eye reflect under here, it's pretty big. I mean, like it's kind of big. Next I'm gonna grab KbyEEEEE. Right, make sure that you do this whole thing here right in that corner. You really want to get that nice and blended. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of Fishy, just a little bit, and run it right here and right here. Okay, so there's that. Always do the lower lash line, guys. Don't forget to do the lower lash line like I did. Also, don't forget to do an inner corner highlight. I'm going to use Beat again, just on my pinky, and just pop that right there. The inner corner highlight really makes your eyes look open and awake. So it's one of those really cool things to do if you are one of those people who has like a job that you have to wake up for early in the morning, because it makes your eyes just go whew and open up. All right, so there's that. I'm going to put some mascara on the lower lashes. And there it is. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a highlighting brush, my favorite highlighting brush, the M510, I believe this is, right? Nice fluffy highlighter brush, and I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Lavender Snow Skin Frost because that's my favorite, and it's my first one that I ever got. And I actually didn't buy this myself. Somebody bought it for me, a good friend of mine who kind of, when I was just starting out in makeup stuff and wanting to do YouTube, she bought it for me because I was super broke at the time, which I always am. And also, so you know, I do a different nose highlight. I do a little heart at the bottom of my nose because that's where my highlight is, right? So it's right here. It's right above the contour of my nose, and a little heart. So you can see it's the natural highlight of my nose, and I like to keep it. Go under this one time with a little bit of blush and a little bit of contour so that it's still snatched. And don't forget the upper lip. Like if you do it right, it makes your lips look poutier, which is always what we're going for. You can never go without pouty lips. Add a lipstick and that will be it. So I've been gravitating towards this one lipstick right now because it's freaking beautiful and I love the formula. So we're gonna go ahead and go with this. This is a nice nude rose color by Tarte Paint, and I'm not sure what color it is. I have it just, it's a Tartist lip paint and it's so good. It feels like velvet on your lips. And I always overline my lips in the corners because that's like what my actual lip shape looks like. If you look at your lips a certain way, you can see that they continue. And that's just my natural lip shape. Okay, I'm gonna do one more little pop in there. All right, now let your little muffin down. And when your hair's down, everything always looks a lot better when your hair's down. Like, I'm not really sure why, but it totally does. And yeah, here's the finished look. And I like it so much. I love blending colors that are like kind of different colors. And this vaporwave-esque 80s, 90s look where it's this magenta cyan type of thing going on. I really like doing like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of it, you guys. I'm really glad you got to watch this and listen. I hope it helped a little bit at least. And yeah, don't forget to follow, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to check me out on all my other social media platforms at HeyOBelle and at HeyOBelleMonster for Instagram. Check me out on Twitch and all the things, and I'm really, really happy that I got to share this look with you guys, and I'm just like, over the moon, so excited. As always, God bless you, and I hope to see you next time. Okay, bye!